of course, today we're talking all about the budget. It was handed down 7:30 on Tuesday night. Let's talk about business to start off with, and then we'll get into individuals. But first of all, for business, was it good? Was it bad?
The budget was pretty positive for business, although it wasn't as exciting as what it was last year, where we had a lot of announcements in relation to business. There are still a few positives for business that have come out of this budget, which is going to be positive for the economy going forward for small to medium businesses around the country.
Okay, so let's talk about specifically what has the budget provided as a benefit for businesses moving forward.
The big one this year is the cut to the company tax rate.
Yeah, absolutely.
So in the last budget, 2015, the company tax rate dropped from 30% to 28.5%. From 1 July this year, that's going to drop another 1 percentage point down to 27.5%.
And it sounds like 1%, that's not much, but when you're talking about the company tax, that's a lot of money for a lot of companies out there, isn't it?
It's a big shift, especially over the 2 years where we've gone from 30 to 27.5, whereas we had the 30% tax rate for 5-10 years prior to that. They've also then extended the eligibility for that tax cut.
Okay.
The last tax cut, when we went from 30 to 28.5, that was only for businesses with turnover under $2 million.
Right.
Now, from 1 July this year, our drop down to 27.5% is for businesses with turnover of up to $10 million.
Wow, that's a big
So we've
shift.
extended the small business concession as such to a small to medium business out there now, which is a big change.
Absolutely. Simplified depreciation rules, explain that.
Yep. So currently businesses with turnover under $2 million, when they buy an asset that's less than $20,000, they can claim that 100% as a deduction in that year.
Yep, that's right.
Additionally, if you buy a business asset that's more than $20,000, you get a 15% claim in the first year and then 30% going forward.
Okay.
As a depreciation deduction.
Sure.
From 1 July this year, that's being now extended to businesses with turnover under $10 million.
Great. So there's that gap again of up to $10 million. That's awesome. What about, this is an interesting one, reporting on the GST as cash. What does that mean?
So when you're reporting with your GST under cash, you're actually collecting your income, which has got GST on it, and you're paying out your expenses, which have GST on it. And you're actually reporting on the cash coming in and going out.
Yes.
Whereas if you're on an accrual basis, you're going to raise invoices. It might take 30, 40, 50 days to actually collect that money from the customer, but you've got to pay the GST up front.
Exactly, yeah.
Whereas now it's being tailored for businesses, again, under $10 million in turnover, that if you choose to operate on your GST under a cash basis, you can report and collect and pay your GST now when it's actually physically paid.
Wow, that's a huge benefit for a lot of small business, and obviously it's going to simplify your life a little bit as well, won't it?
For businesses, the cash flow is the major impact.
Absolutely.
There. Small businesses, cash flow is king, and being able to tailor now your cash flow in relation to GST to what you've actually had coming in and going out is terrific.
Let's talk about, it's quite often the bane of many people in business life, FBT. Let's talk a little bit about that for portable electronic devices in particular.
Yep. So this was a budget announcement last year that businesses with turnover under $2 million can allow their employees to get multiple electronic devices.
Sure.
So that's your iPhones, your iPads, laptops. Whereas in the past it was really looking at one per individual per FBT year. Now that's been extended to, again, businesses with turnover up to $10 million. So it does give individuals out there more of a chance to get these sort of items from their workplace under the FBT concessions, because we're all on the go now, working out of offices, out of state. Having those items is a very large help for
makes sense,
businesses.
doesn't it? Makes sense.